What's your assessment of how close we are now to a full-scale World War III?
Well, I think that the developments in Southwest Asia since last Saturday clearly have added one full dimension to this danger. I mean, what is unfolding in the so-called Middle East is a complete tragedy. And, it is the developments which started 75 years ago. And ever since, you have one step after the other on top of each other. Injustices have been committed. The situation which now erupted in the Gaza obviously has been going on for a very long time, and there are many questions which are completely unanswered. There are those who say that it is impossible that Israel, with its absolute impeccable intelligence service, should not have noticed this preparation by the Hamas. I cannot judge that. There are so many factors which I think need to be evaluated very carefully, but it is very clearly the case that you have now an eruption of a very complicated, very complex situation, which does have the potential alone, even without the Ukraine situation, to lead to World War III. So, I can only say it's a complete tragedy. It must be stopped right away. And I think it is very important to differentiate now between those people who say there must be an immediate stop to the fighting. Whatever the terrible situation is, it must be solved through diplomacy. And those who say, no, we stand by the side of Israel no matter what. Well, on the first category, that's emphatically Russia and China, who have called for calm, to return to the negotiation table. And naturally, it's all the leaders of the so-called West, including Biden, Scholz, Macron, Meloni, various others, who are saying, no, there must be unilateral support for Israel. I think if you look at the situation as such, maybe there are people who are such super duper experts that they can say exactly what is the solution for the Middle East. I can only say that if you look at the strategic situation as a totality, and that includes what's going on inside the United States, what's going on with Ukraine, the proxy war between the US and Russia over Ukraine, the now the new situation in Southwest Asia, the tensions in other places, like, for example, the pending crisis, between the United States and global NATO and China over Taiwan. We are sitting on such a powder keg internationally that I think the only reasonable approach must be that all forces who are for peace agree that we need a completely new paradigm of international relations, that within this old order, which is, terrible and many things have gone wrong since decades, there is no solution. That is why my call of now more than, I think, a year ago, to have a new security and development architecture, which takes into account the interest of every single country on the planet. And that really means every single country and not just some. And it means that there can be only peace through development. Only if you change this present system, which increases the gap between rich and poor, and replace it with a new credit system, which allows for the development of every single state to overcome the terrible conditions in which many peoples of the world are living in. Only then do you have a chance to have peace.